Hello, everyone. Welcome to Fate Podcast, where we discuss film, anime, television, and other forms of entertainment. I'm your host, Elijah, and we have here my co-host, Sam.
What's up, everybody? How we doing?
What's up? What's up? So today, the topic is going to be the film we're going to talk about is Army of the Dead. Now, if you haven't seen Army of the Dead, again, it's on Netflix. Go watch it because we're going to talk about everything about the movie. We're going to discuss everything about the movie. So go watch it, pause this, come back after you finish watching this, and you can hear our thoughts about it. Now, Army of the Dead is directed and written by Snack Snyder, and this is his most recent film um, at the moment. So we're gonna just dive into this, man. Army of the Dead. I don't know, the trailer make it seems hyped it up so much because I had high expectation from this film. Like I
Okay.
saw the trailer, I was like, oh damn, like it's zombies shooting, killing. The action scene was good. The letting it be shot in um the environment was Las Vegas and stuff like that. Like I was like, okay, this is a concept I can dig. A heist movie with zombies. That's really good. But after watching it, honestly, I can say I'm disappointed. Like I
Okay.
was highly disappointed that in this movie. And I think the first thing I would say is it was a long movie. Like that's the first thing I took away from this movie. It was a long movie.
It's like
And
2:38, right?
yeah,
2 hours 38
yeah,
minutes.
228. Yeah.
Or
And
yeah, 2:28.
yeah,
Jeez.
and I just didn't see why. Like why make a zombie movie over 2 hours?
I
That
mean, it's Zack Snyder, bro.
uh-huh.
That's his forte. And dude, the thing is though, when it comes to Zack Snyder, like I'm definitely a Zack Snyder like stan almost.
Hmm.
So like I don't give a fuck what he does. Like if it's just like Justice League, 4 hours. I don't care. I'm gonna watch it. I'm gonna watch every minute of it, and I'm probably gonna watch it multiple times.
Yeah,
Like, but yeah, this one, you know, it's a little brighter color palette than the
yeah.
other movies.
Hmm. Definitely.
Um, it seems that the camera trick that he adored for this movie was the lens flare.
Hmm.
Did you
Yeah, he
catch
did.
that too?
Hmm.
Just because like every other scene, I was like, oh, there's another lens flare. Okay, I guess that's gonna
And
be our thing.
you know what's funny? Like I thought that was part of like the zombies. Like I'm like, does the zombies have powers or something? Like why is it when they get shot you see like the flare and stuff like that? I didn't know that was part of the camera work and stuff like
Yeah.
that, or that was intentional by Zach and stuff like that with post production and stuff. I just thought that was
Yeah,
part
like
of the zombies makeup.
that's funny. Yeah, no, that's just that was what he wanted to do for that one. Because I know for this one, he definitely did something. I would say it was different because
Hmm.
normally he's probably working with a lot of green screens when you think of the other ones, and like
Hmm.
I think he used a lot more natural lighting, and like from what I saw, like he definitely did things like on location, of course. Um, like or like I shouldn't say on location, like like out in the desert, like they did
Yeah,
it out there.
yeah.
And so he definitely had a lot of like natural lighting, and like a big thing he did this time around, and I think if I remember from the article, it was saying like it was thanks to Christopher Nolan. Like he did no sitting on set. Like he removed all chairs. Like even
Wow.
for himself, no
Hmm.
one. There was not a moment where you got to sit down and relax.
Hmm.
And like he said, like everyone was really engaged and he had a blast. And like all the other actors that worked on it too said they had a lot of fun. And um, so I think it's like cool knowing that behind the scenes stuff, but like the final product of the movie, like, yeah, it was fine. I enjoyed it. And it's funny because I was talking about it with a buddy of mine too. And a funny comment he made, and I wonder if you might agree with it. Um, he was like, if I was in high school and I watched that movie, I would have been all about that because I love that zombie stuff. I just feel like now because I'm older, I'm just over my zombie kick. Like I still try to get into it, but I'm just like, and I'm like, dude, fucking same. Like I try to dig into the zombie stuff because I said I'm a huge Resident Evil fan, but like I'm like also like I get it. Zombies, they walk or they run, they eat you. Fucking got it. But I
But
thought it was kind of cool. He did bring something original to it for the zombies though.
no, he did, and I understand, and I can also understand the fact that, like, like you said, we get is zombies. What more can we do? And he was like, okay, if we need fast zombies, we need zombies that more competent and can lead a group and stuff like that. So we had those things, and those zombies was fine, but the overall plot of the whole movie, it was kind of hard for me to follow, and that's like my second thing. One, it was long, and number two was the plot. um because you have these characters that come together to for a job to get the money from the safe in the overpopulated zombie area and stuff like that. But one, they they didn't get the money, so it was pointless. um Two, the zombies that were there, it was like, okay, it was a struggle, but then it wasn't a struggle. You feel me? And then the characters going through um the desert or in the hotel or the building, whatever they call it, the building, just to get the money to get the zombies. And you have another plot of the main zombie character, what the name, I don't think they gave him a name. They gave him a name. He
Uh
was just the
they,
main leader of the zombies.
yeah, they just called them like alphas or something, right?
Yeah. I the king,
Like they're I
maybe.
know, yeah, I was gonna say you could essentially just call them the
Yeah.
queen and king. I
Yeah,
think
the
that's
queen and
pretty
king, like
much
they,
it was like very
yeah,
general.
you have their plot story, but to be honest, I really didn't care about their plot because they're zombies. Like, and they, he wanted you to care about these characters because, spoiler alert, like the queen was pregnant. Who, who, a new thing. Zombies could get pregnant now. Um, but again,
It's kind of fucked up.
I was hoping at least the baby survived, and maybe you can get a second and third movie as far as the revenge type of thing. But the baby and the queen dies at the end and all of that stuff, it was just like too much. And I didn't really care about some of the plots, the storylines that was happening in the movie.
Yeah. I mean, I would say just the comment you made about like how there could be say, which we can get into a little later.
Yeah.
He definitely has a plan for a sequel for it, especially with how the movie ended.
Mhm.
There's definitely that cliffhanger of like, okay, there's going to be a sequel to it, and I actually thought this was a sequel to Dawn of the Dead for some reason, but it's not at all. So I was
Yeah.
completely off there.
Yeah. Yeah. And hmm, I, like you said, I like Zack Snyder. I like his other projects, 300. Um, I think I have to watch Sucker Punch again, but when I first watched it, it was I kind of enjoy it. I kind of like the theme and the everything about the movie. I kind of like Sucker Punch, but I have to rewatch it to check if it actually a good movie or not. I was done.
That's one that I haven't seen of his,
Mm,
and I've been wanting to watch. It was on HBO Max, and I think the
mhm,
time where I was like, "Oh yeah, I'd like to watch that today," it was just
mhm.
off that app, and I'm like, "All right, I guess I'll have to find it somehow."
Yeah, so he's really growing as a director, and he's
Definitely.
really doing his own things. But with this movie, I don't know. It was just like, and I talked
It,
with my
it
friends about
was
it too.
surprisingly flat
Yeah, it was.
for
Like,
Zack Snyder. It was surprisingly flat,
yeah.
especially when you can kind of compare it to like his Justice League cut, like that compared to this. It's just like damn, dude, like you really went all out when you made that movie. Like you could tell he went all out for this, but like
No, he
I don't
did.
know what it was. Like the lead role was Dave Bautista.
Yeah.
I actually didn't hate him in this role. I thought it was
I,
really cool that he had like this lead role, and he kind of, obviously he was playing to his strengths, but like
mhm.
he's still a good actor in some respect. And of course, we have the controversy of the movie where Chris D'Elia was a part of the movie. He went through his whole court case, or I don't know if it ever went to court. I don't really know the whole story of that, but there was women that accused him of like sexual assault and stuff like that. So
Mhm.
they dropped him from the project and then replaced him with Tig Notaro. And most people say she stole the show, and I gotta say, she did. I liked her role a lot. As that helicopter pilot, she was really fucking funny. She,
Mhm.
she was clearly the comedic relief in it. And
No, she
like,
was.
if
I
you've
mean,
seen
there
her
was a
stand up
couple.
at all,
There was a couple comedic reliefs in this movie, but go ahead.
that's true. That's true. But like with her, like her stand up, like she's kind of like a dry kind of person. But like with
Mhm.
this, like she was a completely different person, and she really played it well. Especially when you consider the fact that she never met any of the cast. She did
Mm.
all of her lines on green screen, and because they had to replace her so fast, and they replaced her in there digitally. Like all
Mm.
of it is like her posted in there post production.
Wow, that's crazy. That I didn't know. That I didn't
Yeah.
know.
So yeah, the fact that that happened and like it still kind of plays well for some reason, like that's impressive alone. But yeah, there's just in a, I gotta say the fact that it's flat has to do with the runtime of the movie. The fact
Yeah,
that it's
because
2 hours and 28 minutes. He could have packed it in an hour 45,
I agree.
maybe two, but we're
No,
pushing it even then a little
no,
bit.
no.
Hour
Yeah, we're pushing
45.
it.
That's really where I'd like to. That's where I think the cap should have been, because it could, it has its exciting moments. Like
Mhm.
there's that, when they're going through there, and then
The kitchen.
yeah, the kitchen.
Yeah.
Yes, the fucking kitchen moment, dude. Because that dude portrays that girl so fast,
I know.
and then she pops out of that window. I mean, she still ends up fucking dying, but god damn, I was like rooting for that effort so hard. I was just like, that is fucking sick. And I didn't even see it coming too. So like I thought it was really cool.
Or that you were
Um
gonna survive. You know what?
yeah, dude.
If I'm at a mindset when I see movies where if I don't see you die on screen, I don't think you're really dead.
Bro, an incredibly great rule to live by. That's like it I learned that rule in Game of Thrones, by the way. That was I learned that rule in Game of
Yeah,
Thrones. If you don't see them die on screen, they're probably not dead.
exactly. Exactly. Um, but yeah, that was a good scene. Like I'm not the action scenes was good. Like um the kitchen scene, the scene where they're shooting up in the casino.
Mhm.
Um, you know, I think two was like the biggest. Oh no, actually, when the alpha when the king entered the vault area and started killing people and stuff like that. So the action scenes were good. The visuals was good. And all the other stuff. I think the runtime really killed it for a lot of people. And if he just condensed the runtime and condensed the storylines and arcs of different characters, maybe it would have been a way better movie than it came out to be.
Right. And like I think the sad part of it with the runtime, like it would be okay if like we got more character development.
Mm-hmm. No, yeah,
And we
definitely.
just did it, which is kind of weird because I would say Zack Snyder's usually pretty good about character development, but
Mm-hmm.
I felt like this time we just didn't get as much, and
But
I
I think,
felt odd about that.
to be honest, I think he wanted like a fun zombie killing, movie.
Maybe he did.
and that's fine, but maybe at least the main character and two other characters can get like a solid story, a solid arc. But I don't even think Batista got one. Well, he kind of, you can see it, but I don't think it was fulfilling for me.
No, yeah, it doesn't feel fulfilling is the
Yeah.
thing. Like, yeah, they give him one, but it's not like kind of like, okay, what else?
Yeah, and he wasn't, he wasn't a character you're rooting for. Like, yeah, let's talk about this. What characters were you rooting for in this movie?
I mean, no one really. Like, you're kind of just there for the ride. Like, you're
Exactly.
kind of like waiting for that investment, you know?
Mm-hmm.
Like, I couldn't say that I was really invested in anybody. Maybe if anyone, it ended up probably being that German safecracker because he had the most energy and he was just so geeked up about getting into that
Yeah, the vault.
whole
Yeah.
whole state. Like, he was just like, yes, just so amped up. But like, I mean, even then, like, not really. Like, so like, I mean, I guess I was rooting for Dave Batista, but like,
I mean, but I
yeah,
think
it's not
everyone
the
had
same
to.
investment of like characters you get from the MCU or like
Exactly.
Star Wars or something, you know?
Yeah. But his character, you know, we were supposed to, I guess, feel sorry for him because he kind of saved the Secretary of Defense or something like that. That that what they were saying. He saved them and stuff like that, but he ended up being in working at a food joint and stuff like that. So that's what he got from his service. What he got a Medal of Freedom for his service, and then they just threw him to the curve. So we're supposed to feel sorry for the character for this character, and I was just like, well, I mean, I don't know what to tell you. I don't feel sorry for you, like, because they kind of skipped the whole thing of did like a
Like building that
yeah
empathy for
building
him.
that, but they skipped it by just showing you what he did without actually us being there. So
Hmm.
I don't know. I
Right.
think
And
the
then, you know, of
characters was
course
lacking.
he has the whole discourse with his daughter where like he thinks she's upset of him for like this one thing and like he's just like way off. Like he's like so out of touch as to like what the rift was between his kid. And it's just
Mhm.
like, dude, how could you be that wrong? And he just kind of was just like, oh, and you know, and it kind of gets resolved in the whole, you know, end see, you know, towards the end of the movie where
Yeah,
he got bitten or something, right?
yeah.
She's
But
got to take him out now.
same thing with the so called um girlfriend or the friend he brought on. They had a little scene where he's just like, oh, I thought we had something together. But again, he was way off. He was like, I thought we are done for. It's like, no, I wanted you back. And I'm like, so you did it again? That's twice. This
Right?
is a
Yeah,
flaw.
he's just a dummy. But like, then again, maybe that was Zack Snyder's intention. He's just
Yeah.
like, yeah, the
No,
guy's
that
an
was his
idiot.
flaw.
Like he's
He's
just a
bad at
lunkhead.
relationships.
But yeah, I mean, and then where it all goes wrong for him. Where what was that moment? It was the dude, I can't even remember the actor's name, but I just know he's from that one sitcom I liked, Raising Hope. He was like the dad in it, and plays that like agent that has to escort them because like the guy that's giving
Yeah, I
the
know who you're
money or
talking about.
whatever.
Yeah,
I don't know his name,
I don't
but
know
you
his
know,
name, but I know
he
the
cuts off the queen's head and like that's where it all goes bad. It's just like, yo, what the fuck did you do that for? Like was the intention of him doing that so it's like he didn't ever actually want them to get out or that he thought that would help them or
no,
what he
that
was
was
doing it for research or something? I don't fucking remember.
no, he was doing it for money because he said that his boss didn't care nothing about the money. The head is worth 10 times what's in the vault.
That's what it
So
was. Okay.
that was like the main point of the movie was to get the head of the queen. And
That's right.
so basically the the heist movie wasn't um wasn't fulfilling. The
Yeah, because like the heist was just a misdirect for them.
exactly the I guess the more fulfilling was again, a relationship. um, you know, Batista and his daughter trying to get back to where they were and stuff. So that's basically like maybe a love story mixed in with zombies and all of those stuff. I don't know. It was I was calm down. Okay, so the fact that they didn't get any of the money, maybe you can say towards the end, wherever. But the fact that it wasn't really it was a heist movie, but will you really call it a heist movie?
It's like half a heist movie.
Exactly,
You
because
know, it's like,
the heist movie is supposed to be fulfilling. Yeah, you get the money, you grab it in these um extraordinary and dangerous circumstances and stuff like that. But it, once they opened the vault and the king entered, the money didn't really matter at that point. Like I was
yeah,
just like, and once they opened it, and once they did the time crunch from like, oh, they have a day to you have an hour and a half. I'm like, well, this movie is not about money anymore. It's not, because they're not gonna get all that
then it
money.
becomes a race against the clock, and
Exactly. And not like,
I enjoyed that part of it because there's something that gets me excited with that. It's just like, oh, okay,
no,
what's
no,
about to happen
that's fine.
now?
You race against the clock. I like that aspect. You bring more suspense to it. But I just knew in my heart, I'm like, and once they open the vault, I'm like, you don't have 30 minutes to put that in the helicopter. The
Yeah, dude, and the helicopter's just trash, and
whole
like
movie.
what? Yeah, when you see that the helicopter's just like horrible, you're just like, oh, this is a fucking setup.
Yeah.
Like, at least for me, like I see that, I'm like, that's a fucking setup. That this isn't going down the way they think it's gonna go down. Like,
No.
these
Yeah.
people don't want them to get out of there at all. And the only guy that ends up getting out, I can't even remember the actor's name. Uh I know he's in that show Power
Yeah.
though.
Power.
He was in Sorry to Bother You. Um, but
Yeah. I
he's a
don't
great
I,
actor too, though. He's
huh?
always popping up and stuff, and he always shows out. And my favorite part with him, of course, and a big thing I want to get into is the time loop theory,
Mm-hmm.
where he's that German guy sees all those skeletons, and then he says to him, I got even the this article pulled up. He says, think about it. It's us. I mean, look at them. It's us. And it could be us in another timeline. We're caught in some infinite loop of fighting and dying, fighting and dying, fighting and dying. And Tanaka, puppet master, devil, God, and we, you, me, Goose, and the rest of the team are simply pawns in some perverse play where we're destined to repeat our failures. And finally, in some mind-bending, ironic reveal, it all begins again. Um, and the crazy thing is I think Zack Snyder. So he replied that there was other evidence sprinkled throughout the movie that Vanderho might be right, including a blink and you'll miss it shot of another group of corpses sitting at a casino table as Scott and his team make their escape. And I guess that it says they timestamp it, hour 53 minutes and 26 seconds.
Hmm.
Uh I'll also say that there's a chance, and I'm not saying that it's 100% true, and in some ways it's not, but the group at the table, I mean, it's pretty subtle, but that's them also at the table as well. They get farther every time, possibly. Is this the time they made it all the way to the money? So,
Hmm.
and it even has a picture of like the key around the dead body, and there's that key around the one girl's neck. Um, so like, dude, kind of wild. And of course, Zack Snyder always trying to keep it juicy for the fans by entertaining a theory that was, drummed up by people that watched it. And like, yo, if the whole movie then is this infinite time loop, then that actually does change the game. And like, what if this movie, what we saw, was the product of them breaking that loop? Because he does get out, he gets bitten, and then he just is like laughing in that plane. It's just like, well, shit. And he's going to like some city in Mexico. So when they touch down there, what I think wouldn't the sequel just be about them spreading the virus down there, and it's going to be about another group of people dealing with a whole new breakout?
All right. So with the infinite loop, um, how would you want Zack Snyder to approach that? So in the next film, like you said, do you want him to spread the virus, or do you want him to um circle back and talk about that infinite loop, or have the characters come back again and be like, okay, we're gonna show you all the times they attempted to get the money.
I'm gonna pull a wild card here. I want him to continue to fuck with us. I do. I want him to continue to mess with people because it's so much better that way. Don't give me a clear-cut answer. Keep it
Okay.
up with the mysteriousness of it. And like, who knows? Maybe that's just him messing around or something.
Yeah.
Or like, you know, if he explains it, great. If he doesn't, even better.
Yeah.
Like
No, I
for me, I'll take it or leave it. I just love that part because it's just fun when people come up with a theory of a movie and then the
mhm.
director decides to speak on it. You know what I mean? Like that's just fun. That's engagement. And that's like that shows that he actually respects like his fandom and like people that entertain his movies. Like he loves it when people try to figure out what he was doing. Like it's just like a little game, you know what I mean? Like so many directors do these things where they drop little like hints or Easter eggs in the movie and they want you to find it. So like for me, I don't really care what he does with it. Elaborate on it more. Don't do anything with it. Keep it mysterious, leaving little blueprints everywhere. Go for it. What do
No,
you
I
think?
agree. I think yeah, I can go on the same approach where he can just take it or leave it and just continue on that. He's like, well, and maybe he's just like, I never even thought of that. But maybe in the next movie, I can sprinkle something in it to,
Yeah.
engage you guys on the content. So
Who knows? Netflix might give him a sequel to it just because it still did well. Like it was still
no, I think it
highly
did well.
watched.
Yeah. Nah, like honestly, no, I think it did well. Even though I didn't think it was all all that, but you know, Zach pitched it to Netflix, and Netflix was like, "Great, here you go. Here's the money. Go make this movie." And I'm just like, "Damn, like that's how easy it is right now." So,
Right?
but they trust Zach, and he's again a good director, and he had good vision and stuff like that. So I don't know.
Absolutely. Regardless, you're getting a creative piece of art from
Yeah,
him, which is always fun. And I
I,
mean, compare that to how he went down with WB, dude. Oh my god. Like
yeah,
he just felt so free going to Netflix and they're just like, "Yeah, do what you want, man." Like he even like tweeted out before the movie. He was just like, "Oh yeah, like this is the Snyder cut, guys. Like I didn't have any interference. Like this is exactly what I wanted to put out, and you'll get to see it
yeah, and
first
you know,
time."
I like when directors and writers are able to like have that freedom instead of like being just constrained to whatever the executives or the people that are running it. And I get it, it's their money. They want that investment, stuff like that. But again, these directors are the creative ones, so they kind of sometimes know what the audience want and what the fans want and stuff like that. So yeah, I could give it to Zach as far as like him controlling his own project and control this movie. But again, eh, I don't think he can rebound for me about the length of time and the lack of characters development in this movie. And also a, a couple of things that I says didn't like um the beginning of the movie, the opening, where things, and I know things are supposed to happen because you know you want them to happen so you can move the story forward. But the way how the soldiers handled the containment in the beginning of the movie was like, I'm like, that is unprofessional. Like I was just like, really? Yeah, yeah, I can't guard a damn containment unit. Like that's just me. I don't know.
Yeah, just a horrific accident happens because this dude just getting head on the highway.
Exactly. I was
He's
like,
just
so y'all,
flying.
y'all can't pay attention. Like I understand the driver's not paying attention, but y'all ain't see the lights. Y'all ain't see at least something. Y'all trained for God's sake. That's just me nitpicking, you know?
Yeah, yeah, I got you. I
Yeah,
got you. That's still like that's a funny thought where it's just like, yo, like you guys just fell apart fast.
exactly.
And like even then, like they call and report in, they're just like, yo, fucking run now.
Exactly. There's like, what are you talking about? I'm like, that's a direct order, run. like, why are you questioning the order? Like, I don't know. And another part that I didn't like, and I'm probably sooner or later, all right, guys, I'm not sooner or later, I'm probably gonna get things that I like about this movie. I'm sorry I opened up with like all the things I didn't like, but I just had to get off my chest. But I think this is the last part. But the fact that no, I have to. The fact that we had to have that opening or that shot where um Batista saved his daughter, let her go inside the helicopter, and they're ready to go. But Batista says stop to look at his daughter. That's like, oh my God, I saved you. You're so beautiful. Oh my God, like I love you. And then the zombie comes and ruins the whole thing. I'm just like, you had time to do that in the helicopter, fly away, and the zombie would never to catch you. I just don't. Sometimes that scene was so forced. I'm just like, nah, bro. I was upset.
That's funny.
Like I was just like, no, it was forced. I'm sorry, that's not natural to me.
No, I get what you mean. Yeah, I don't. Yeah, that's kind of a forced scene. I got nothing. I got nothing to defend that, or like, I'm like even trying to remember most of the movie too, because it's been a little, but like also it's so long. Like
Yeah,
the
you
pacing's not great in it, you know. Like
no,
so, it's hard for me to recall like, oh, what piece happened where. Like
no,
it's just
with movies like that, I just fast forward it because I after I watched it, I'm like, okay, I need to refresh my memory. I just fast forward everything. I won't watch the movie unless there's certain parts I just want to discuss. I just fast forward it, and then the picture, like what they talked about, what happened, comes to my mind because I already watched already. But then other, but that scene will stick to me because it was just so disturbing and so forced. I'm just like, I was like, once that scene popped up, I'm like, the, the zombie gonna come and try to kill you. And then guess what happened? He did. I was like, they're so fucking predictable. Sorry, excuse my language. I'm probably
yeah.
gonna beep that out. But goodness grief. And one more thing, last one. Um, the fact that we don't get a timetable of you turning to zombies after you get bit is disturbing and kind of like a plot hole because once Batista got bit in the helicopter, he turned to a zombie and his daughter has to kill him. But the see, I don't even know his character's name in the freaking movie. My bad. But the power dude, the black dude from Power, he got bit. He stayed in the vault until he was able to get out, traveled across the desert, ordered bought money for a plane, stole a car, and he still hasn't turned into a zombie yet. I was just like, what? How can you do all of that and not turn into a zombie and Batista can do that in 5 minutes? I don't that
Yeah,
was
they weren't consistent with that
exactly. So I was just like, okay,
not at
all right.
all. So okay, his name was Vanderho or Vandero. I don't. And then Dave Bautista's name was Scott
Yeah,
Ward.
I know his yeah, Scott, his name was Scott in the movie. I know that,
Oh,
but
we were talking about the actor's name. All right.
yeah, the
Oh, his
actor's
name's
name.
Omari Hardwick.
Yeah.
There we go.
Mm-hmm. It mm, and see those things that I'm telling you, the good things about the movie as far as like the camera work, the action, the visuals and stuff like that. The freaking tiger was an awesome scene of him killing the agent guy. Um it can't lift up all those bad things that happened in the movie, and that's why the movie was just flat. And yeah,
Yeah.
But I'm
It's
glad
a
for Zack Snyder though. He at least he has another movie. He was able to do his own things without being confined to what the or constricted to what the executives had to say. So
straight up. And like I'm wondering what other projects he'll get going. Like I don't know if he'll do another zombie movie or maybe he takes a break. I don't know.
no,
What
man,
is it?
I think you know now more and more directors and actors are heading to Netflix, heading to streaming services to either make their own movie or to star in their own movie. Because tell me, and honestly, Dave Batista, as you know, good how he good as he is and paid to his streams, you think he could got his own feature length film in like theaters?
Do I think like yeah, like do
Yeah,
I
like
think he could have his lead
yeah, like
role?
he can star in his own, and people will come to see him. Like as far as like it'll be a blockbuster hit.
You know, I don't know. They keep trying to do it. You know, he had that one, it was like Stuber or something like that. He had
Mhm.
with that Kumail Nanjiani.
Yeah, I don't know.
You remember he like Kumail plays like a Uber driver. He comes in and like he's just like, I'm an FBI agent or something, like just drive, like, and then like I don't know, it's like a buddy cop kind of like movie-ish. I
Yeah,
can't really speak to it because I've never seen it. But like, you know, they keep trying. I think they'll get it eventually because I really do think the guy's got good acting chops. I mean,
no, he does.
you know, I mean, he's even been in a James Bond movie, dude. Like, that's an iconic thing to do. Like, especially being the villain that, like, you know, he's like the big henchman that never says a word, but his presence is very powerful.
Hmm.
Um, Blade Runner 2049, he plays a small role of that in the
Yeah,
beginning, and like is this, you know, he's only in it for like the first few minutes, but he already gets to show like this like kind of deep emotional sort of like character that is just wanting to live and survive because he's like, you know, he's a synthetic person. And maybe one day, but like I don't know, man. I feel like they keep trying and it's just not working out for them.
no, but I'm and what I'm trying to say is like you have a better chance of starring in your own movie on Netflix and or Amazon or a streaming service than to out in theaters. Like so many B-list actors, C-list actors can get their starting role in a Netflix special or a Netflix film, um, and stuff. So I think that's why a lot of people are just going towards there. And with Netflix and the streaming services, they're most likely give you more leeway on creating your film.
Yeah, definitely agree. And I mean, dude, just shout out to streaming services for being able to do that.
Yeah,
Give people like you know, give them a shot at least. You know,
at
if it doesn't
least.
work out, doesn't fucking work out.
I mean, again, at least is is more practice for the actors to be like, okay, why this wasn't working, and other things like that. Like you know, to be off topic for a little bit, but not really. The movie with um out of the wire, I believe, with Anthony McKinney, Falcon. He started in that movie where he was a cyborg on Netflix. Um, and he led that movie. I don't think it was that good of a movie, but again, he has his lead role, and I don't think he's a A-list actor yet. But since Netflix, since it was on Netflix, he was able to star in his own movie. And again, there's other um, actors that are like B-list and C-list can star their own movie because it's Netflix. So
True. I would say, I think it's on Netflix now too. There's another movie where he was a lead role, called Synchronicity,
Yeah, I think
and
I heard of it. I haven't watched it yet though.
I think I've only watched like half of it, but he's pretty good in that.
Hmm.
I like him in that a lot. Um, but yeah, man, it was a good cast for this movie, Army of the Dead. Dave Bautista. I don't know who his daughter was though. I didn't know her, but I thought she did good. Omari Hardwick, he was really good. Who are those other actors? I just had that list up. Come on, man. Tig Notaro. The oh, that was the girl, Maria Cruz. That was the character across from Dave Bautista's. Her real name's Anna de la Regura. Regura. Probably didn't say that right. But she was good. I thought the safecracker was good. Old Ludwig. I really liked the introduction of that character. He was like a gamer or something. Like
Yeah,
when he was recruiting people for the heist, like he was like a gamer or like just no, he was a streamer.
yeah,
He
he
was
was
a
a streamer. He was like a
YouTuber
streamer
and
that
would go
streamed all the
around
zombie
shooting
stuff.
zombies and shit. That was hilarious because like I felt if we were in the real world, if there were zombies, 100% there would be YouTubers that are like, all right,
Yeah.
guys, today we're gonna go out, we're gonna kill some zombies. Like 100% people would jump
No,
on that.
it
Of
would.
course.
Yeah, it was nice that he did that in the movie. Um, and then you had the one dude is like, "Nah, I'm checking it out." I was like, "Yeah, all that was just fun and games. Like, I'm not ready for the real crap." So yeah, that was good. I don't know.
How do you think you would survive in that situation?
Who me?
Yeah.
I need slow zombies. To be honest, I would root for slow zombies. I
Same, dude.
won't root
Dude.
for I won't root for fast, developed, evolved zombies, bro. Because I don't know. I would I would think I will last longer than most, but I don't think I'll be like out outliving people by like 5 6 years. I don't know.
Bro, I would be dead immediately. I know for a fact. Whenever people are just like, dude, I'm ready for that zombie. No, you're fucking
No,
not. Just
no,
because you
the hell
got
you're not.
ammo doesn't mean shit,
Nah,
dude.
nah. If you get listen, you get bit once, and you have to understand this is this is a movie. There's so many chances. Um, um, Batista should have got bit, but again, he's the main character. They waited until the last minute for him to get bit. You feel me? And same thing with all the other characters. The daughter Kate. How the hell you went from being in the safe to like being in outside while zombies are running so you can go and save the woman that's upstairs. So zombie world, I don't think I'll survive long. I hope I would, but I know damn well that if you get bit, get away from me. I'll probably shoot you. Like I'm just like I'm not gonna like cry and hold your hand to no, you're you're dead.
You're done. Bye. Gotta live.
Yeah, but again, it's kind of refreshing. When the last, to be honest, zombie movies right now, there's not that much. When Walking Dead came out, there was a whole bunch of zombie movies, obviously, and zombie stuff, because at that time, zombie movies was the golden ticket for anything. But now we haven't got anything fresh and new, and I guess this is why I kind of enjoyed it and wanted to see it because okay, I haven't got zombie movies in a while, and all these characters and Zack Snyder's the director. I was like, okay, I want to see what he does, and there's a reason why I kind of dead right now. No pun intended.
I mean, yeah. I didn't think about that. That's funny. Yeah. Yeah, dude. I like. Yeah, like we spoke about earlier, it's just zombie movies, dude. It's just not the thing anymore.
Yeah.
I think zombies and shit are coming back around, or like werewolves or something. Just kind of seems to rotate through that.
No, yeah. It get their time to shine and then it stops and then it comes back again.
Yeah,
Yeah.
they try to revive Mummy, but dude, like nobody finds a mummy scary no more.
Mm-mm.
And even
And
when they do like a mummy movie, it's like it's not even that. You know what I mean? It's not like a mummy. It's like a person being revived through like some sacred ritual. And like, I mean, I guess you could call them a mummy because they're undead, but like it's not like that.
mhm.
Mummies are stupid. Um, werewolves and like vampires though. I think that's gonna be the actually I think it's werewolves right now that's going to be the ticket because there's like a few werewolf movies coming out pretty soon.
All right, as long as like Zack Snyder don't direct it, I'm good with that. I'm just playing. Um,
uh
nah, he can do his thing. Um, are you gonna watch if they come out with a? Well, I'll probably know the answer to this, but if they come out with a second one, would you watch it?
I'll be skeptical. I'll have to put my ear to the ground. I mean, I'll probably watch it for sure. It's like with Star Wars stuff. I'm like, or I'll argue with my friends like, those prequel movies they suck. Hey, you want to watch episode one? All right, yeah, I'll watch it. You know, so like, yeah, though I have my issues with this one, I would watch it just to pique my curiosity, just because I've already seen him talk about like what he wants to do for a sequel to it and like what would go down. So like I'm kind of intrigued to see it play out. And I think he's always creative and I like to see what he does, but I'd rather just see something else from Zack Snyder.
No, I agree. I
I
agree.
don't know what he'll do, but I'd like to. I mean, I'd love for him to get a green light to do a Justice League 2 and 3 and see his full vision of that, because I've heard him it ad nauseum talk about, just because I love the details of it, of what he wants to do with that.
Hmm.
I would rather see those two movies come to fruition, but it'll never happen.
No, no, I don't know what they're gonna do with Justice League, but
They're gonna
honest,
reboot it with Flash.
yeah. Oh yeah, you're right. They're gonna whatever. Um, but since I like movies and I'm okay with seeing good or bad movies just to see them, um, I'll watch the second one just because I'm like, oh, I watched the first one, but but goddamn, if it's like another 2 hours and 30 minutes, I don't know. But I'm like, I'll watch the second one, see what
You
he
know that
does.
runtime's gonna be long, dude.
But I'm, yeah. Are you
That's
gonna
his
learn?
thing. It's his thing. It's like classically him.
Yeah,
The studios he works with, they're always just like, no, you gotta cut the runtime. He's just like, I don't care.
yeah.
Like, I
Like
want that runtime.
it's like I want this piece of information, and I want to show this, I want to show that. I'm like, no, it's a condensing. But again, I'll watch the second one. It, I won't watch it immediately. I'll tell you that much. I won't watch it that weekend it dropped. I'll probably watch. Well, I'll probably be lazy about it. 2 3 months in, I'm like, oh, okay, let me just watch it.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah, I think I watched this one pretty quick. Like, not the day it came out, but like at least that weekend. Like
yeah,
I was
same here.
quick to it just because I was riding off the coattails of his HBO Max drop of his Snyder
Yep,
cut.
yep.
And I was just like, oh, dude, yeah. And then I just kind of remember sitting there just like, huh, that could have been better.
No, it could have way better.
Like, if I got to give it a ranking, I'm probably giving it a 6.5.
Oh, I'll give it a 4.
That seems fair.
Mine's a
And
four,
I'll give
man.
it a maybe even six, really.
Yeah,
Like six and a half. Like, it's just, eh.
maybe mine's 4 to 5. Um, but I'm probably gonna hit a 4. You know, I don't know. Anything else you want to talk about the movie? You want to
No, I think
bring
we
out?
bashed it enough, dude.
Yeah, I don't. again, it wasn't that much to. It's a zombie movie, so you can't really go in depth with it as much as you want to.
Like, yeah, we could talk about the alphas, but like,
Yeah,
dude,
but
it's just not that. Like,
yeah,
I'm sorry, people. It's just not wholly interesting.
no, it wasn't.
Like, maybe you do though. Like, maybe other people out there are like, I
Yeah,
fucking love that movie. You know, and if you do, great. Tell us
exactly.
why.
Mm-hmm. All right, guys. So again, I'm sorry there wasn't a more positive take on Army of the Dead, especially if you guys liked it. But again, leave a comment below. Um, tell us why we're wrong. Tell us why you like the movie, and be like, okay, you can justify the things that happened. You can justify the the plot. You can justify the long runtime. Did you enjoy the movie? Just let us know. Comment below, message us, email us. Um, and again, subscribe to our page. Thank you guys for listening, and see you next time. Okay, peace.